Well, guys, we're back outside again in the heat, in the summer. It's awesome. The last time we worked on this, when we worked outside, the garage was full. It's not. It's actually kind of empty now. But in this case, the Trailblazer won't move, so I can't even get it into the shop. Thankfully, it's a quick fix. This will actually be kind of a quick video. This is a kind of a known issue where the shift linkage is just a crappy piece of plastic and from the factory, and it breaks down over time and breaks. And when it breaks, the linkage cable falls off, and so then the handle will just flop around. And I'll show you what I mean. Flops around in here, real super loose. Doesn't really seem to catch anything. And you can look up on the dash as I'm changing this, it's never leaving park. So there's reverse, neutral, drive. Not feeling anything, it doesn't kick into gear. It's real simple, just the linkage cable disconnected. We'll get underneath. I'll show you what I mean. All right, so we can focus in here. It's awfully tight down here, but here's your shift cable, and there's your gear selector on the transmission, and this goes onto that spot. You see this bushing that's in here, it's broken. In fact, the other side's missing entirely. So what you need to fix that is this Dorman 14057. I'll put a link down here for it. It's available pretty much anywhere, any auto parts store. They're pretty common. Almost everybody has them in stock. Even Amazon has them. And in particular, we care about these orange pieces. This is for, you see here, it says for GM. I think it's actually also works for Toyota. And there's a couple of different versions of these bushings, depending on what you have. So we're gonna somebody's dog's barking now. All the neighborhood dogs are barking, including mine. So you take the big end, the one with the bigger hole in it, and that goes in first, and it goes into the side that matches up with the transmission. Okay, but that's not enough. You got to put the second piece in. This is the part that's actually going to clip on and give it its plate. Now this goes in. You got to push it until you hear it click. Make sure that it's all the way in. And then, I don't know if you can hear that, but then when you push it on the linkage, again, you want to push it till you hear it click. There, that one I think maybe you heard. And that'll give it, it's going to take some, it'll come off if you force it off. If you were to disconnect it, but it's not going to fall off like it did before, but it also gives it some play. Sometimes they break down because there's too much play in the cable. So you want to make sure, go back to your bracket, holds the cable in. This isn't moving around, and it's not going to come loose on you. So it's set pretty good. So it just wore out, and that happens. It's got 200 some thousand miles on it, so not uncommon. And that's it. That's fixed. And so now it'll shift normally. Now we see there's reverse, neutral, drive. You can feel it go into gear. You can feel definitely more resistance and noise when it comes to the shifter. That's it. That's all there is to it. Well, that's all there is to it. Sometimes complex problems have simple fixes. Sometimes simple problems have complex fixes. That seems to be more true for me than I'd like. It was nice to get a simple one this time. What do they say? The dead clock's right twice a day. These are fairly common problems with some of these older GM cars. It's 20 years old. It's got a couple 100,000 miles on it. So not crazy that, a piece of plastic would wear out. But hope that helps you. Again, as always, I hope you're learning a little something. I hope you get a little confidence that you can get your own car back on the road. Appreciate it if you hit the like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.